So, in the previous episode, we talked about you being able to find the balance between the self and others in a way where, like, we really truly understand the self better. Okay, so we also had a quick recap about individuation. So, you being able to individuate yourself, you being able to separate yourself from the events and circumstances, painful circumstances that molded you to become the person you are right now. So, in this episode, after all the quick recap, and I hope that you're still following the series of videos that I've been uploading, because this is like these are high concepts, complex concepts that I really hope that you understand. So if you're new and you haven't seen the other videos, allow me to like do some another recap. Or so in the previous video we talked about the self, we being able to define ourselves deeply and understand ourselves deeply than how we understand it so far, because self is so complex that it's so hard to articulate in a way that you would understand, because that you are a complex being yourself. Okay, so you yourself, that you are a very complex individual, and because you are a complex individual, it is also expected that it's complex, quite complicated to explain it in terms. But I'm trying to do so you would understand where to begin your self, your journey to self, your shadow work journey. Okay, so to finally be honest with yourself, and be honest, completely honest with yourself, with the kind of understanding about yourself that you haven't had before. So in the previous video, again, we discussed about having the balance of the four elements within you, because you are not just your sun. Okay, you are the solar system. You have Venus in you, you have Mars within you, you have Earth within you, you have Saturn, Jupiter, you have the big brothers, Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, right? And we all have our orbits within us. So that means we also follow the cycles. We also have the moon within us, the untouched, the unseen. Because even until now, the scientists couldn't even figure out the universe. But you are already the universe, because the universe is within you. The solar system is within you, and it just needs to be understood. It requires some understanding, and understanding that's so open, because what you have learned so far are like institutionalized, rigid, and they were made to make you small. When you're expansive, when you are a magical being, when you are a powerful being. So how can you actually access that powerful being, the hidden alchemist within you? Because you are an alchemist. We are all alchemists in our own ways. It's just being suppressed, okay? Because of the training that we have, whatever we have learned all throughout, that it boxed us, okay? We are trimmed to be boxes when we're not boxes, okay? So if you understand what I'm trying to say, and so far we have no questions about this, and if you have, please let me know in the comment section below. That would be really nice to hear some engagement and open, engaging conversations with you, so I would know which part you haven't understood or which is not clear, so I would know in the next videos then where else can I explain better or whatever. So I'm open to suggestions and all. So because, as just so you know, I'm also developing a workbook to guide you through this, because it's a journey. Like I said, it's a journey. And so this was what we talked about in the last video, where all of us, we are not just your sun, we are not just our sun, sign. We are the solar system. So that means we have air, we have earth, we have fire and water in us. So that means all of us have the ability to fantasize. We have the ability to generate ideas, better communication, better. We have the ability to to become the bridge between the ether to the real. Okay, we have the ability to receive. That's why it says, we all know, like, we are asked to, like the Catholics would say, ask and you shall receive. God said, ask and you shall receive. So when you ask, you will receive. But how can you receive if you yourself is so doubtful and fearful, and you're not really following your instincts and gut feelings? So how can you receive then? Although you receive, like, what can you do with what you receive? So if you don't manifest it in the reality, right? And how can you take equal measures or sensible actions, okay, if your emotions are not stable enough? Okay, if they have to be stable. So your emotions have to be stable enough for your actions to be done accordingly. So whatever idea you have can manifest to the reality. So therefore, your emotions need to be stable enough for your actions, your Mars, your hands and feet can move accordingly. Okay? So air science, like air, this is about communication, your ability to bring harmony. Air, like ideas, dreams, fantasies, visions, words, anything communicative, anything, like, it's like from the air. So it's like art, okay, or like the artists. You have this idea, and it's just floating. These are thoughts. Okay, what else? Feelings go here. Okay, these are thoughts. What are your thoughts right now? Okay, and from your thoughts, now you're asking, how can you make those thoughts into a reality? And how can you make your vessel stable enough so your emotions will not get in the way to the actions required? So now, like, is there any question? Have you understood whatever I've been trying to say the last couple of minutes? I hope so. Because it's really, like, for example, in my case, like, it really requires some self-awareness. This is self-awareness, okay? Because in my case, for example, I'm a Sagittarius woman. That's my sun sign. So I should have fire, right? But actually, I have more water than my sun. So that's why in the astrological chart, in the tool that I recommend you use for your own self-exploration, like, it's asking you to look at your elements, the 4 elements. So in my case, I have more water, I have more air, I have more earth than my fire. So what does that mean? I have more tendency to navigate my life based on my emotion, based on how I feel, based on my senses, based on my instincts, instead of just logic and action, thoughtless action, reckless actions, impulsive decisions, something like that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I like you to look at yours. and see which element, although you're, let's say you're a Cancer, but you actually have more fire within you. So you're like a fire Cancer, like you're the type of Cancer who takes more action than just feeling it. Or maybe you're a Cancer with more air, so that means you're an intellectual Cancer. Like you tend to rationalize your feelings, you tend to find explanation, you just tend to accept your emotions if it's sensible, logical. If there's a concrete scientific explanation of how you feel, then if it's rational enough, then okay, this is okay, right. But if it doesn't, then it's wrong. Or I don't know, like something like that. So I like you to look at deeply into these elements because it helps you in your self-awareness journey, and it helps you a lot with being completely honest with yourself, because you finally have tools to figure out who you truly are, not just because of the dogmas and institutions telling you that this is who you are and what you are and what you will become. So these are the same tools that I've been using with myself in my own journey. So I hope that it will help you propel yourself into the right direction, to the best version that you can be, to the version that feels right to you. And I hope that you will find that same thing, just as what I found with myself the moment that I explored myself, the more I deep dived with myself, the more I discovered a lot of magical things that bring joy to my life and enthusiasm in my daily life, which satisfies my Sagittarian nature. So I hope that, yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, all the links that you need to know about me are in the description below. And if there's anything else, like there's so much to talk about, and I hope that you will be following all these videos. And if you have like just a quick announcement, it's like a sneak, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm currently designing a 30-day journal which will help you, because I will experience, it's a prototype, okay? It's a prototype of a journal that I like to use myself and see if it works for me, and I hope that you will print them yourself so and experience the same. So yeah, because it's part of the self journey that I have right now, and I'm sharing these tools, these things with you because I like to heal with you, okay? So this is our healing journey, and I hope that you'll stick with me. And yeah, that's it for today. I really don't know what's wrong with my mouth right now. It's like, oh my gosh, like, okay, so that's all for today, and I love you, I love you so much, and I care for you so much. So please take care of yourself, take care of the vessel, and I really wish that you will find that gem inside you, the inner child within you. And I wish that you will find that moment where you can finally shake hands with your demons and negotiate, find some middle ground with them, instead of just suppressing them or ignoring them or making them as enemies when they're part of you. It's time for your heart and soul and your brain to work together, because that's the perfect balance, body, mind, and spirit. So it is our responsibility, your responsibility as a human being, as a spiritual being, to take care of the vessel where the soul lives. And it's your responsibility to take care of the soul that lives within that body. So you will not feel regrets, resentments, and feel like operating in the shadows. And yeah, that's a love letter from me to you, and I hope that you feel my love for you. Like, seriously. So yeah, before everything goes alright, like go where. So anyways, so thank you so much for staying with me and for listening and for offering your few minutes with me. and take care of yourself. See you in the next one with love, peace, and harmony with yourself and others. Tschüss.